Hi, I'm Angela Walters from Quilting is My Therapy, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to quilt the connected triangles design. For this design, we're going to create lots of little triangles to give our area a more geometric, pointy look. Starting from any edge of the area, I'm going to quilt a triangle by quilting a line that goes out, angles away, and then comes back to where I started, until I have my first triangle. Now from this point, I'm always going to quilt one line out, and one line's going to touch. Now another line out, and then another one to touch. We want to quilt these triangles so that they're different sizes and different angles. That's what's going to give it that kind of cool overall look. And if you end up on the edge and there's not enough room to add a triangle, just run into the edge and repeat. Now as you start adding your triangles, you're going to find yourself to a point where you're not going to be able to fit another triangle in. You're going to kind of find yourself closed off. If that happens, just pick a triangle and fill it in with a filler design and work your way to the opposite corner. Sure, we could say we love that pop of texture, but it's just helping us get unstuck as we're filling in our area. Now, as you're working along the edge of an area, you can use that to create the side of your triangle. So I'm angling out, and now I can look and see, ooh, do I have another corner that I can close it off? And once I'm touching, I'm going to quilt another line that doesn't touch. Then, once you quilt it, look for another corner to touch. Again, you can make this any length, any angle. The trickiest thing about this design is trusting that it's going to be okay. At any point, you're going to have to stop and think, where do I want to go next? How can I get there? And remember, you can use that filler to help you move from one corner to the next. Now, even though this design consists of straight lines, they're short enough that you can probably freehand them without a ruler. However, if the idea of that makes you nervous, you could try using a straight edge ruler to quilt your triangles. Now, as I fill in the area, the one thing I'm not worried about is the number of triangles that have filler in them, or even where that filler is placed. I'm just using that filler in the triangles as necessary and continuing on. Now the main difference when quilting this design on a long arm is that I'm definitely going to use a ruler to create my triangles. If you've ever tried quilting diagonal lines of any length on a long arm, well, then you know it's not too easy. But besides that, I'm still going to do all the same things. Quilting my line that extends out and connects to a point, and if I find myself stuck and unable to add another triangle, using a back and forth filler line to fill in those triangles. Now, if you haven't tried quilting with a ruler on a long arm or a sewing machine, you can check out one of my previous free motion challenge quilting alongs, machine quilting with rulers. Now this design works great in medium to larger areas. It's not going to be the best filler for tinier areas since it needs a little bit more room to develop. But what I love about it is that it fits spaces of all shapes, including irregularly shaped areas. But I'm definitely going to use this design on solid or tonal fabrics. Since it takes a little bit longer to come together, I want to make sure that you can see the beautiful texture that it adds. But beyond that, it's perfect for all kinds of quilts, from modern to traditional, from novelty to landscape quilts. So feel free to use this design on any of those quilt tops you have laying around. This video is actually a part of the Fillers Free Motion Challenge Quilting Along. To see all the other great filler designs featured in this free video series, click the link in the description box below.